Watching for will be the same things that we've been watching for. Do we see those green colors and red colors real bright, real close together, indicating air moving towards and away from one spot very quickly? And that's the telltale sign for some sort of rotation. That's one of the things that we're looking for. Another thing that we're looking for is there going to be strong wind gusts around those individual cells, and can that cause trouble? How about the rainfall? How hard is the rain coming down in those areas? We've already seen some rainfall rates up over 3 inches per hour. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to rain for the whole hour and bring 3 inches worth of rain, but if you look around St. Mark's right now, where you can see all those darker colors, there are probably some very impressive rainfall rates in there right now, up over 2.5 inches per hour. So even if it rains for just 15-20 minutes, you could get almost an inch worth of rain in that 20-minute period where the rainfall rate is up near 3 inches per hour. So for sure, that is dangerous in itself, just a heavy amount of water coming out of the clouds and hitting that very hard and dry ground. Where's it going to go? It's going to run off. And it only takes a very, very tiny amount of rain to get your tires on your vehicle sliding the wrong way. So travel right now in Wakulla County, especially eastern Wakulla County and south of Highway 98 into Jefferson County, not recommended. As a matter of fact, if you can stay indoors for the next hour or so, if you're in these locations, that's the best place to be, and that's away from the elements, which are definitely dangerous at present. Now, we've been watching for a while this cell work its way east. When it started out in Liberty County, it looked like maybe there could have been some rotation. Then as it got closer towards Wakulla County, it looked like it was fizzling out, but it didn't completely fizzle out. Then it got into Wakulla and it found a pocket of more unstable air, and we could certainly tell that there was more rotation. And that held together all the way from near back over towards Sopchoppy, made its way past Medart, made its way past north of Shell Point, and now it continues to move south of St. Mark's off to the east. And it's going to continue moving to the east as this entire cell itself within that larger cluster of cells moves quickly to the east. That individual cell can be moving as much as 35 or 40 miles per hour, but the whole batch is only moving maybe 20 or 30. So think about it as you have a whole big line of showers, and in that big line, each individual thunderstorm is moving at its own speed. So that's what we're looking at with that. And that speed is quickly, but it's certainly not quick enough for areas if you're in that spot right now, because you'd like it to get on out of there. Now, the tornado watch does get extended into Dixie, Lafayette, and Taylor County. Expected that was going to happen because that's where we've seen those warmest temperatures. Now, the tornado warning is for Jefferson and Wakulla for now, and we'll continue to monitor that as we go through the next little while. I think it's going to be getting out of Wakulla very soon, but if we take a look here, maybe just off to the eastern side of Wakulla County, the most up against the coast there, south of Highway 98. That's likely where that cell is right now. And as that continues to move to the east, maybe it can get out over the Gulf itself. It's not like a tropical system where if it gets back over the Gulf waters, it finds more fuel. The fuel's in the atmosphere. It's in the column of air here. And so it doesn't matter whether it's over land or water. That's not going to make much of a difference. Whereas a tropical system, if it gets back over the water, it can suck up more of that moisture and refuel itself. So that's not how this works. This works by just the instability in the air and the way the environment is set up to perpetuate the rotation of those individual cells. And what all that means is we've got thunderstorms, there is some air that is rotating, and that is very dangerous. And even where the air is not rotating, we still have danger with the potential for those strong wind gusts that can cause their own kind of damage out there, not only knocking down tree limbs or throwing debris around, but also can knock out power, it could damage vehicles, it could damage structures, so you're going to want to be indoors. We've got these warnings right now that are set to expire at 10:45. We've watched a couple of warnings that started off at 9:15 continue, and it looks like these are going to continue as well because that environment that these are moving into, very moist, very unstable. Let's go back to the reflectivities, and on it, I want to see where those rainfall rates are now, because I can see much weaker back here to the west. I don't see that yellow box back behind me anymore, so maybe that indicates that that severe thunderstorm warning expired, which is good, but we're still talking about those precipitation rates, so the rainfall coming down